Hello, today I'm going to come to you today with some information that you probably are aware of part of it. While I was in college, we learned to do a thesis statement, and the importance of a thesis statement is involved with creating essays. Those of you that are in school or been through college, you understand that essays are very complicated. And you have to take your time when you're learning how to develop an essay. One very important part of the essay that the professors always stress is the thesis statement. Now I'm going to go over some notes so that I don't miss anything, but I think this is very important because a lot of people wonder why they're going through what they're going through, and they don't understand that there are certain skills that you already may know that you can actually generate income from. King Solomon said, with all thy getting, get understanding. And in the Bible, it also says, my people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. Where there is no vision, the people or a country or group can perish. So my purpose today is to inspire you and to educate you, and then allow God in time to revelate you on this issue. The power of the thesis statement. Again, a thesis statement is something that goes inside of an essay while you're in school or in college, with your argumentative essays, your comparative essays, whatever type of essay they want you to write, persuasive essay, you have to have a thesis statement in order for it to be in its proper structure or form. So first of all, let's find out what a thesis statement is. A thesis statement introduces the topic. It gives the reader an idea of what to expect. Again, a thesis statement introduces the topic and it gives the reader an idea of what to expect. Number 3, it presents your argument, giving the reader to be invested in your essay, your blog, your newsletter, your magazine article. Could be a website, could be an email, it could be a book, or it could be something you're presenting in a PowerPoint presentation, a seminar, or a webinar. Now, I jumped quickly to let you already know what the teachers and the academic world has kept from you. They told me when I was in college to put a thesis statement inside my essays. They told me what a thesis statement was. They told me a part of the purpose of a thesis statement. My job today is to let you know the other important part of the power of a thesis statement. Now, I just told you what it does. It introduces the topic. It gives the reader an idea of what to expect, and it presents your argument, or what they call a hypothesis, or your premise, giving the audience to be invested in your essay. That's in school. When you get out of college, a thesis statement can be used in a blog, a newsletter, website content, a magazine, a book, an ebook online, a seminar, and even a PowerPoint presentation. You've heard of a thesis statement as a headline. It is the exact same thing as a headline in a main article. As a matter of fact, the headline has its foundation in the thesis statement. They're actually synonymous. Basically the same thing. Only in academia, in school, they stress a thesis statement in order for you to pass the class and to make your grade. What they don't tell you is how to use a thesis statement to create an attention-grabbing headline. An attention-grabbing headline is what it is called. Remember Superman, the series. Clark Kent was a news reporter Lois Lane worked for a paper, and so did Jimmy Olsen. The boss always wanted them to get a hot story. No one's going to read a hot story without an attention-grabbing headline. Even when you read about new sneakers coming out from Nike, new phones, whether it be from Sprint, Metro PCS, whoever's putting out that new phone, that advertisement has an attention-getting headline or thesis statement. Okay? I don't want to go ahead of myself. Now, the thesis statement, and compared to what a attention-grabbing headline is, listen to the definition. The headline catches the attention of the reader. Same thing as a thesis statement, introducing the topic, giving the reader an idea of what to expect. The headline also improves what they call a landing page. If you check anything online, a website or a blog, the home page could be a landing page. The about page for them could be another landing page. It improves conversion rates on a website. What does that mean? That means when you and I look on Amazon, which is a website, and we see an attention-getting headline, it could be the title of a book, How to Do XYZ. We go through it, we like it, and we click to buy it. Thesis statements, attention-grabbing headlines help to generate sales. Just about everything we buy online, matter of fact, everything you buy online and I buy online, has a thesis statement or an attention-getting headline. You're welcome, Brother Brian. So we want to understand that you can learn this skill and use it to generate income without going to college. I'll repeat that. You can learn this skill without going to college. They have free resources online all day. So let me go on. Also, what a thesis statement or an attention-getting headline does, it boosts the metrics on a blog post or website. Metrics are how they measure the success of who's buying, who's not buying. Where are the sales the hottest? Texas versus Florida. What age group? What did those people do? All of this is involved with what they call a buyer persona, a fictitious character made up before they do a website, before they do a blog. There's a lot of data research. And that's why the people that make the most income in the world, I don't care what color they are thinkers and problem solvers to generate sales. Look at Nike. They got Michael Jordan involved. A celebrity influencer to get people to click. Just do it was the headline and still is for Nike. Things go better with Coke. That's a attention-getting thesis statement or headline. And nobody can say Coca-Cola's not doing well, Nike's not doing well, Microsoft, you can't say that because they are doing well. Why? Because they're using these concepts that are proven. These are facts that are proven. What else about a headline or a thesis statement? It talks about a problem or a promise. If you look at people like Geico, Allstate, they make a promise. You're in good hands with Allstate. That's their thesis statement or attention-getting headline. Geico will say something else. We go beyond the call is another one. We go beyond the call. That's a headline. It gets your attention. It appeals to your emotions. And that's how sales is made. It's all a part of consumer psychology. So the headline will either be a promise or a problem. And I'll go through some as I read my notes. They usually use curiosity towards you and me to get us to look, read, and to buy, to make that sale. Okay? Now, here's a curiosity headline. It says 33 little known secrets that will change people's Amazon shopping experience. That's a curiosity headline. It's going to make you curious. It's going to gain your interest. You're going to read and say, okay, let me see what that's about. It is also a thesis statement. This is the stuff they don't tell us in school. And them not telling us is a part of institutional racism. They want people to learn how to work for someone else, but I'm here to inspire you. If you desire to work for someone else, that's your prerogative. But I want you to make sure you're getting the best dollar for your time and hours that you spend there. Entrepreneurship, for me and many others, is the best way to go. And having a business doesn't mean you have to have an office. You see me right now in my home. Remote working is the thing nowadays. Zoom, Skype, Facebook Live, and all of that good stuff, podcasts. So here's another powerful headline. A bizarre headline would be, smartphone explodes after the man inexplicably bites into it. That's bizarre. It makes you go, wow, what happened? Gauge your interest so you want to read it and see what it's all about. And this is the part of brand marketing, how people tell you about themselves, meeting your needs, your desires, and taking your likes and dislikes into consideration. You're actually getting a crash course of consumer psychology right now. You're getting it right now. Tidbits about consumer psychology, how can you can better your income. So another promise would be, headline would be 40 formulas to do XYZ. Okay, 40 formulas, how to write a book, how to create a blog, a website. That would be a promise. They're promising you and I something beneficial. All thesis statements, all headlines are benefit driven, not features, not the buttons and stuff in the knobs, but benefits. When you go to an interview and you make that interview hot and pass it, one of the first things they tell you when you start becoming employed with that company or agency or group or individual are the benefits, health benefits, 401k, sick time, vacations, benefits above features. They don't take you into the office and say, oh, we got nice leather furniture and it's made out of cherry wood or oak wood, and they don't focus on that because they know even though you want to sit there and be comfortable, your main concern is what's in it for me, the benefits, okay? So here's a useful attention-grabbing headline. 10 tricks for getting better sleep. Another useful one. How to land your dream job. Still a thesis statement. How to guide for meditation. A how-to guide, rather, for meditation for beginners. That's the useful, something you can use and benefit from. Now I'm going to read some urgent thesis statements or attention-getting headlines. One urgent one, avoid this mistake before it's too late. Do XYZ in just 2 weeks with this one simple trick. Now, the urgency, the curiosity, there's also scarcity that companies use. There's FOMO, which is fear of missing out. They show a lack of supply. You even see that in stores. They'll say, well, this is 50% off if you buy two, such and such. We're going out of business. That gives you a sense or feeling of, wow, this item of clothing or phone is not going to be around too long, so I better grab it while I can. Again, it's driving you, the consumer, to buy, and they make sales off it. Thesis statements, attention-grabbing headlines generate sales, revenue, and wealth. I'll repeat that. thesis statements and attention-grabbing headlines generate income, revenue, and even generational wealth. If you look at a company like Merrill Lynch, if you look on their website and see how they title their sections, they have been in business over 50 years. A large part of that are their thesis statements and attention-grabbing headlines. Because if nobody reads their material, or if you're a writer, reads your material, there's no sales. You can't sell your services or your products if nobody reads about what you have. Even Master P, who people laughed at from New Orleans, they're not laughing now. He turned down a $50 million deal. People thought he was crazy. Look at him now. He's got ice cream, soup, sneakers, all kinds of clothes. He's got all kinds of stuff on the market. Now, his website shows mostly pictures. But what he does do, he tells you about where the leather comes from, and it's still an attention-getting headline to get you to look and read and to buy. So it's all driving things towards sales. So we talked about the useful headline or thesis statement, the urgent, and now we're going to talk about the unique or ultra specific. 9 common foods to avoid. Notice the number 9. Your ultra unique or ultra specific thesis statements or attention grabbing headlines basically use numbers. It's called quantitative research. It's all scientific strategy. 10 do-it-yourself home decorations is another one for ultra specific. 10. You can identify with 10. 14 content marketing tools that will double your search traffic. So I'm just giving you these examples so that you will realize you can do this if you like, especially if you like to write, even if you like to journal personal stories. A part of brand marketing, content marketing, marketing execution, and strategizing all involves AKA storytelling or persuasive psychology. Persuading someone to read the headline, persuading the consumer to buy those sneakers, buy that new phone. McDonald's has been doing it for years. They use the color yellow in the arch, and they tell you McDonald's has sold X amount of hamburgers, generating sales off of food. But a lot of people don't realize they're a franchise group. They make most of their wealth off of the selling of the land, real estate. We'll get into that part in another video. So then you have your guiding thesis statements or headlines. Here's an example. The Stranger's Guide to the Best Bars and Clubs in Seattle. Many strangers visit different cities. So this solves a problem. They won't have to look for a bar because the best bars and clubs in Seattle will be listed. So you may ask the question, how long should a headline or thesis statement be? Well, scientific research has been done. This is all backed up by data. The length of the thesis statement while you're in school, or if you're writing for a magazine or preparing for one, it should be 16 to 18 words long. The length of an attention-grabbing headline or a thesis statement should be 16 to 18 words long. This amount has the highest conversions. What is a conversion? A conversion, again, is when you and I go to Amazon and look at a book that we desire and order it, and they make a sale. That's converting from me looking and visiting to to making a sale. It's a change, a transformation going on. It's evolving to another level of a sales. It's all sales geared. So here's another one. Make your own email template in 10 minutes. Another one. Fast and easy ways to cook bacon. You know, everybody likes to eat. So that's just another thesis statement or a headline. And all of this, a lot of students are learning in high school, and they're definitely learning it in college, whether it's an undergraduate or a master's program or even a doctorate. But they fail to tell you how you can generate sales and revenue off that. You can become a headline specialist and seek out a Fortune 500 company along with some other material and studies and research. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a process. You have to build yourself up and position yourself as an expert, that you know what you're doing, and you can back everything up with facts like what I'm doing right now. This stuff comes from Neil Patel, Neilpatel. Neil Patel is an American-born Indian gentleman who started off in SEO, search engine optimization, digital marketing, made a lot of mistakes. But right now, Neil Patel's net worth, along with his team, is $35 million. It's a bad brother. He's crushing it. That's the people I follow. I study people that know what they're doing so that they can help me to grow and I can help you to grow. You know, it's like a blood cell multiplying. Okay, so now there's some how-to headlines or thesis statements. How to become a master problem solver. That's basically what I'm giving you right now. How to master problems and solve them. Okay, now, these type of headlines showcase benefits, again, as I said, to the readers. It appeals to the readers' how-to instinct. Everybody wants to know how to do something that they don't know how to do, or to improve on something that they've already been doing, learning and growing. Okay? So, you want your headlines also at times to compare two unexpected things. Again, 6 reasons bacon is better than true love. That's a comparing of the two unexpected things headline. And I'm going to tell you those in school. When it comes to comparative headlines, when you're doing your comparative essays or comparative analysis, pay close attention to those before you finish college. Store those up on a flash drive. Here's why. If you ever decide to get into content marketing, content strategy, consumer psychology, anything along those lines, advertising, ads, press releases, anything like that, even AP style journalism, the comparative essays takes a apple and a B apple, say like A is a red apple, B is a green apple. It compares the two. What's different? What's more nutritional? Different things you can make with the red apple that you can't make with the green. Different stews or dishes you can make with the green apple that you can't make with the red. It shows you the hot spots. And you will take those hot spots and create articles out of them with a thesis statement, aka an attention-getting headline, so that people will see you as an expert and pull on your services as a content creator or copywriter. It's one of the greatest ways to generate generational wealth. Again, it's not a quick thing. You have to have patience. You have to study. You have to research. So let me move on here. So then there's your numerical headlines, which basically uses percentages. It may say we have XYZ off for 90% or 50% versus XYZ. So that's what you want to pay attention to. Those are your numerical headlines. They always have a percentage, involved. Again, it's a thesis statement. You do the same thing in school, but I'm here to let you know that what they're not telling you is dangerous to your economics. Now, I'm telling you for free. I consult, I charge, but this is for free to help you. A lot of people are going through COVID-19. People are dropping, here, there, and everywhere. I mean, it's a lot going on. So I want you to be encouraged that there are some things you can do. You can Google Neil Patel headlines or how to design or create what they call killer headlines. They'll tell you. Just follow it, study it, make files about it. Get on LinkedIn, get on Twitter if you're not there, or Instagram. And you can say, I'm a headline specialist. Trust me, somebody's going to contact you. Word of caution, stay away from startups. They don't have no money. You want companies that are reputable. How would you know? You look them up. See how long they've been going. If they've been going 10 years or more, okay. Look at their yearly revenue. Are they 20 million? Are they 50? Are they 450 billion? You want people in that structure because those people understand exactly what I'm saying. They've been through the trenches. They value what is called good copy or benefit-driven content, aka benefit-driven writing, aka persuasive psychology, aka consumer psychology in action. This is something you can do on your own. You don't even have to go to school for this. Don't worry about certification. Long as you can show that you know what you're doing, boom. I learned martial arts from a gentleman that lived in Ashman Street, Lamb Chop, years ago. He never showed me a belt. He never showed me a certificate. But what he did show me was how he was able to get down. In practice, and I seen him do some things in a real life situation that I knew when I walked around Ashman Street, I was good. I was with him, I was good. Why? He demonstrated his knowledge. He didn't just talk it, he showed it. And it's helped me to become the husband and man and minister that I am today. God bless his heart. I just talked to him today and had prayer with him. Now I'm going to show you and let you know some other things that are top skills and high demand. And I'm challenging you to take at least one of these. Look it up on your own. Google it. Research it. You can get back to me for more guidance. Inbox me on Facebook. Or you can email me at mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. Mike8828@yahoo.com. But here's some top demand skills in copywriting. Comprehensive web analysis. Remember I told you about the comparative essays in college, and I have to mention this. They're teaching you mainly in school and in colleges the APA writing style. American Psychological Association. That style is the most effective and most powerful and the most accepted. As a matter of fact, they don't even tell you this. They want you to do the APA writing style, right? In school and in colleges. Guess what? Every textbook you read in school is written in APA writing style. Now they teach you MLA, Modern Language Association, in college as well. Very few of the books are written in that, but it's good to know, be versatile. They also teach you the Chicago style, which is used a whole lot in magazines and articles of that nature. Journalism. Journalism uses AP, Associated Press. But all of those, I have to mention the American Medical Association, AMA, Turbian, there's others, Harvard, there's a lot. But every one of those are founded off of the APA writing style. If you've done any papers in school or college, And you have to set up your papers, the headers, the footers, your citations, your references. All of that is prepping you for comprehensive web analysis. It's just investigating. Why aren't people buying this type of sneakers versus the blue ones and orange ones? So the comparative essays, when you compare two things, like I said, a red apple and a green apple, the benefits of each and how you can use each to make different dishes, will help you doing comprehensive web analysis. And trust me, these are top of the line in skill demands. Some of you may have lost your job. Some of you have maybe laid off because of COVID-19 or cut back or what have you. Search out one of these. The next one is web content. Learning how to write articles for websites is vitally important, because without the writing, no one reads it, no one buys their services or products. You can help them with that project. They pay you for persuading other people to buy their services and products. It's basically what it is. It's SEO optimized, search engine optimized, keywords, and all of that. And even SEO started, if you look at your syllabus in school, effective communication, biology, even in the book, biology, the titles under that are your keywords or main subjects and sub-subjects. So those are keywords. Then you have social media analysis. What I'm doing right now: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, all of the other ones. As videos are made with companies, they have printouts of data. How many viewers, how many people bought, what day, what product, what service, all of those readouts. Here is a keynote to pay attention to your statistics in high school and or college. Now, when I was in college, the math teacher threw so much statistics at us, it freaked me out. I actually failed that class, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it was overwhelming. But now when I look back, I understand that it's a scientific researching process that's highly valuable. So you can use that in helping people to promote their products and services on YouTube, LinkedIn, all of the social media platforms that are worth benefits and benefit driven. Then you have strategy, development, and execution. That's nothing but planning. It's a fancy word for planning. Event calendars and Excel and PowerPoint presentations. That's my next thing, PowerPoint presentations. We learned that in school, how to do PowerPoint presentations. If you look at TEDx and a lot of even your company meetings, a lot of times they'll have a PowerPoint presentation. Learn how to do that if you don't know how. And if you're in school, pay attention to that, because you can make money off of that. Then you have your style guides. Being in college, they give you a writing style guide. Somebody had to write that. See, they told us to follow the writing style guide in college and in school, but they didn't encourage you or me to learn how to write those for study and then present ourselves as an expert and gain income, legitimate, in doing that. That's still writing. Somebody had to write that style guide to show people how to do it. The APA style is one way. Associated Press is another. There's a few changes. But again, if you learn the APA writing style, you can write any other style. And there's project management, which is basically keeping things organized within a group or organization. Email campaigns, what they do, data, A/B testing, close testing, comprehensive surveys and things of that nature. People do surveys all the time. Copywriters make those up. People that understand thesis statement structure and attention-getting headlines. Then you have video scripts. That's another area where people make videos and then someone has to write what they're saying or write out the script and then they say it. Now, video scripts go where? Movies. Music scores and themes of plays and movies, Broadway. So it's not limited just to YouTube or TikTok or things of that nature. I mean, Sony and all these other, big companies, Walt Disney, they're into that. So SEO, I mentioned before, which is search engine optimization. You can specialize as an SEO expert. And again, Neil Patel is one of the best out there. Ross Simmons is a black guy. He's dynamic. I'm in the Black Copywriters Coalition group on Facebook with Brother Stratum and Brother Donnie Bryant, and there's Lisa Spell. I mean, these are some bad folks here. Some people from Africa just starting, some very experienced. Some have different experience. Some have more experience than me. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I learned a lot from this group. So if there's a writing group you can get on Facebook for free, which they are, get involved if you like to write. So then you have healthcare. Someone has to write up those HIPAA laws. Someone has to write up that content, their newsletters, their emails, policies. All healthcare providers have policies. Again, when you get involved with an employer, they show you your healthcare, they send you those letters. A copywriter had to write that. And those copywriters are not making small change. A copywriter can start off $35 an hour. Some copywriters make $48 an hour. I heard a story about one gentleman who was a copywriter, a specialist in Facebook ads. Big company was spending millions of dollars and losing it because Facebook kept changing things. True story from Dan Locke, LOK, another powerful man, $86 million net worth. I follow him too. Nothing but experts I follow. So they came to this dude and said, well, we got this problem. We're losing all these millions of dollars with Facebook. They keep changing the allograms and this, that, and the other. The guy said, okay, let me take a look at it. That man took a look at the problem where other people tried to solve and couldn't do it. He solved that problem in 8 hours. The check that the company gave him was $50,000. True story. One problem, 8 hours, the man made $50,000. But he knew what he was doing. He understood attention-getting headlines. He understood the process of a thesis statement. He understood web content, APA writing style, persuasive psychology. It's a lot of study and research. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. There's a woman right now I connected with not too long ago. She charges for her projects $250,000. That's why I said stay away from startups. They don't have that kind of money. But the companies that have been around for a while, Microsoft, Apple, Sprint, Nike. Don't limit yourself to your immediate surroundings. Go after the big bucks. Go after the big pie. Because why? It belongs to you anyway. Our ancestors were ripped off, working for free for all of these years. Now it's time for you to get yours. But you got to work hard. Got to be patient. Got to be diligent. Got to network, okay? So then there's creative concepts, which is basically what I'm sharing with you right now. How to allow your brain to expand and to grow. And if you look at any company, let's take Rolls-Royce, for example. There's a reason why those cars are so expensive. First of all, the people that designed them, the engineers, not the ones that piece it together, the ones that plan it, understand everything I'm mentioning right now, just about. These guys are what you call analysts or engineers. They specify in mechanics, motion, which is a science, electronics, exhaust. They specialize in different areas. So as they come up with these concepts, they're the ones that do the testing before the Rolls Royces are put on the dealership's lot. The leather is hand stitched. They have people that just stitch the leather. The wood, all that custom made stuff, people with custom made homes, importing marble from Italy and tiles and all of that. Those are the thinkers thinking that stuff up. You have something that God gave you that nobody else can do it like you. Brother Brian Jara Gray. This brother plays Latin percussions and djembes and bongos and timbales. He's a percussionist. He specializes in sound music, not just theory, but in action. And I'm going to tell you something. There are several things that drive social engagement. The first one is entertainment. He's a musician. He's in that group. The second thing is inspiration. That's what I'm doing now. The third is education. Those are the top three. I'm also educating you on how to better yourself. Those are your top three. If you look at the entertainment world, it's very competitive, but there's a lot of things generating. I'm not talking about the phony people that are renting stuff and flashing. I'm talking about people that got stuff going like Money Mayweather. You know, he was in boxing, sports, entertainment. Now he's a promoter, landowner. He's not a millionaire. The brother's a billionaire. Got 9 buildings in New York, buildings in California, Florida, buildings in 17 properties alone in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's got 2 barber shops. I study that brother religiously because he's making some moves and he's teaching other people how to better themselves. He also understands the importance of a thesis statement and attention-grabbing headlines. He does it in his videos. He's over in Dubai showing houses and cars and this, that, and the other. He's saying certain things, which is a thesis statement or attention-grabbing headline in words. It can be written, it can be spoken to get your attention. Somebody's going to buy that stuff because somebody can afford it. So that's all important, and understanding the gifts and talents that God gave you. Don't let people shortchange you, and don't shortchange yourself saying, well, my job this, my job. Make an opportunity. Look up Alonzo, Alonzo, it's either Z or S-O, Herndon, Herdon, an ex-slave who became a millionaire, and his family still runs Atlanta Life Insurance. 1905, he opened up a barber shop with 23 chairs, marble floors, French chandeliers, jacuzzis, without taking a loan. They were going to give him no black man no money. Madam C.J. Walker, there's many stories. And you see the stories that I'm putting up on Facebook. I put them up on Twitter to encourage you that you can learn from these people. I mean, if you do the same thing they do and desire what they do, reach out to them. They got phone numbers in those articles. Don't just sit there in the status quo, because the status quo is not going to get you where you need to be. Okay? So that's just a little bit about your attention, getting headlines, and how that thesis statements are the foundation of, of that. So you want to make sure you check that out. Look at Neil Patel's material. Look at D-A-N-L-O-K, Dan Locke, on YouTube. Look up R-O-S-S, last name, S-I-M-M-O-N-D-S, There's some powerful people out there. Ross Simmons is a brother. And if you want to get into a Black Coalition Copywriters group on Facebook, search it out and put in a request. Or you can send me a friend request and I can send you an invitation, just get you in there. And I'm telling you, it's free information to help you. So God bless you. I hope this video has helped you. Take care and enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be peaceful. Bye-bye.